Saturday morning. We used to love to watch cartoons. Saturday morning. That seemed to be. I guess also too you didn't have to go to school, and it was you could stay at you couldn't stay up that late. You had to go to church the next day. But you Saturday morning there was always a bunch of cartoons. Some of them were good ones. Some after a while they started putting the cheap ones on there. They didn't. It wasn't Looney Tunes and it wasn't Warner Brothers. That's for sure. They started making a whole bunch of messed up cartoons. I think the last two good ones were the Jetsons and well, they weren't that good, but the music. Oops, I'm ready to sign off. I just got here and I'm getting ready to sign off. Well, what I wanted to talk about today was trying to integrate I don't want to make life hard for me any more than what it used to be years ago. Years ago, it seems like things are working out for me. God has been blessing me, and I want to keep an eye on the chat room here. There's nobody here except for me. Looks like I don't see my little one person, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. I'm going to I'll go ahead on anyway. I'm trying to reintegrate myself into the performing outdoors. I need to get everything packed up. I should have had everything packed up last night and ready to go, so that when it's time for me to go out the door, I won't have to exert myself. Everything will be already packed. All I have to do is, I used to get dressed like 3 hours ahead of time so I could lay down. I always used to lay down. Back in the day, not too long ago, but before I used to go out and perform, I used to lay down for a couple of hours. I always tried to have everything ready at least 3 hours before I had to go out the door. And I would like to lay down and meditate, try to get my mind clear, try to get so God can use me, try to get away from the busyness of life, as they call it. There's my one person. Hey, what's happening? Good morning. I don't have this thing set up so I can see exactly how many people are you know what? There's probably a setting that I can do so that I can see how many people are coming in. Right now, all I see is one. Yesterday it was 4 people, and I didn't see how many people was on here until, look, I got this set up wrong. So I got this set up for music. This should be entertainment and playlist. Oh, I can select the playlist I want to put this in. This is my my vlogs, Carlton D. Moxley's vlogs. I put just talking. And what's the audience set by you? And then down the bottom it says paid promotion. No, I need 1,000 viewers. Tag this as Saturday morning studio session update. Saturday morning studio session update. It's not recording it. Let me try it again. Saturday morning studio session update. There you go. You can put a whole bunch of things in here. You're supposed to put a lot of different titles in here so people can. Musician in quarantine. Home studio. Saturday morning update. Musician in quarantine. Saturday morning update. Washington Museum. BC musician home studio. Busker, street performer, Washington, D.C. Studio update. Unknown pianist, Mr. Piano, studio update. That's going to be enough for now. But you're supposed to have this, so it's certain words you're supposed to use so when people type in, they can find it. And I didn't finish all of it. I got all the way down to the bottom. And then it says the location, English, caption, certificate. Let me see. I don't know what to put right there. Description, language, recording, and date, Washington, D.C. I put the date right here. And it says stream location, Washington, D.C. waterfront, Southwest. In D.C., Southwest waterfront. Got too many DCs, but it's on it now. It says license, allow, embedding. I don't know what that means. Distributed anywhere. Comments are allowed. Top sort to. This is going to be on the top of my list. And then I put save. I usually go back and do this after I did it, but I didn't know you could do it while you was live. But I'm planning on going down to Smithsonian today. You know what, I'm thinking about taking my vocoder out there. But you know, I had my hands full last week just playing the piano, trying to run through my playlist. Matter of fact, I need to get my books with my playlist. I had a fake book, some sheet music, not sheet music, but fake notes that I had put into a book to take out there with me. I need to get that. I was just going to do a screen flow. I mean, so I can leave this right here. This is set up so I can, let me go get my book so that I can start packing up. It's right back there. The bookshelf is right back there. Let me get my book and notes. Let me get a couple of things ready. I might as well start getting ready to pack up so I can be ready to go out. Is this the book? Yeah, here it is right here. I got my book right here. I'm back here. See? My book, and I can start packing up. I know last week I got out there in the cords, the wires. Let me show you. I had the wires out there were coming unconnected. So and plus my batteries didn't have a good charge on them. I didn't charge them. This is my homemade wire here this wire. Also too, I have battery powered Bose speakers, and they were acting. I didn't get a good charge on those neither, and I didn't have my backup plug cables. And I heard some music out here yesterday. This is not the long one. And it's my cables. This is the extra long one. This is the one that was acting up. I looked down and I could see wire showing. And it was short. It took me a long time to get the thing to come on. Then come to find out when I looked, it came on. And I told you my batteries were dead out there practically. And this had a short in it, so I redid this. What I want to do before I go out there, I want to make sure these wires are working. I'm going to plug it up on my other keyboard back here. But I was thinking about taking my vocoder out there just to have the microphone right there, you know, because there is one song that I do, that little Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, you know, I can sing to myself while I'm playing. It won't hurt in that Don't Stop Believing. Your Song, I need to brush up on that. Your Song, you know, Billy Joe. I hope you don't mind. And I put that. I do my Cherie Lamore. I got these are extra cables just in case barring accidents. But this is the long one that comes from the mixer onto the speakers. You know, I need to fix another rig that I can use. You know, I had a dream I was out performing, and the subways were packed. But the thing about it was I was having old homeless flashbacks. You know, I was carrying too much luggage. That's what it was, because I was playing somewhere and I had a big old giant bag full of blankets, and I didn't want to leave them out there. You know what? I could have left them blankets. I was somewhere on a subway route. And also too, I was somewhere playing, and I went somewhere I was talking, and I came back, and the violin player was in my spot. Another violin player, and he had a whole bunch of people, and they were setting up right in front of me, and I wasn't completely set up, and I said, hey, I was here first, and they said, you're not plugged in and ready to go. And they weren't ready to go neither, but they were plugging this stuff up right in front of me, like they had took my spot. And it was like I was somewhere, I think I know what it was, because I wasn't organized. It was a whole bunch of money to be made. The subways were crowded. The subways were full like they were. It was rush hour and people running back and forth. And it was a guy rapping. I tried to show him, I tried to intern with him and to show him what was going on. And then while I was doing it, I think somebody stole my keyboard while I was talking to him, because when I turned around and looked around, I didn't see it. That's my laundry. I put a laundry bag in there so that nothing would go down the drain. I was having problems with that washing machine for some reason. The maintenance man kept pulling old masks out there. And the masks he was pulling out there were the masks from when the pandemic first started, man. I think they had been sitting down inside that washing machine drain for months, and they've been just washing down the drain one at a time, you know. So I know I wasn't putting anything in, no more of those old masks in there. But now I have a knit bag. I put everything in it and zip it up so nothing would get down in the drain. That's a different headache off my. But it rained this morning. Woke up. I thought I heard some noise when I was sleeping. A little tip tap on the window pane. I did a song for my sister yesterday. I did that graduation song, blah blah da da da, just dedicated because she had a little trying to get recoup. She's a reconnaissance, recuperating, and she's our oldest sister, the oldest sibling, and so she's getting she's claiming her healing so she can get back on the road here. Get back on the show road, exercise, start staying active. Everybody wants to stay active. You want to keep moving. Hard to hit a moving target. Keep moving. But she says, she felt blessed that she had a song dedicated to her that was written just for that's her very own song. And I said, I should have wrote a song just for her. I should have been able to make a song up out the top of my head. You know, I used somebody else's song. It was a remix though. And I didn't really practice it. I could have did a lot better. I need to do that over again. I need to do 2 more songs for a regular one that I know, and then write one for her. So recuperating songs. And, you know, I was thinking about writing a song for my, I still haven't got back on that. I was supposed to be doing that Brownstown. I haven't got back on that yet. But I have a great niece that runs track. She's destined for the Olympics. She's destined for many, many gold medals. And she said the lady that runs track that has the fire, orange hair, her hair is supposed to be fire, represents fire, but she's been winning. And my sister said she actually talked to her. So, but I was thinking that if she's fire, my niece can be wind. And then someone can be one of the runners can be earth. And then they can be earth, wind, and fire. Well, it's supposed to be 4 elements actually. Earth, wind, fire, fire, and water. Earth, wind, fire, and water. They didn't put the water in the earth, wind, and fire, but there's water also. But my niece her name is Trinity, and she's destined for gold medals, many gold, break a record of how many. I think she runs, I don't know if she does anything besides track and field. I wonder if she does field. I wonder if she does hurdles or anything. I don't know if she does hurdles. I know she does relay team and distance. I know she does distance. I don't know if they still have 100-meter dash or not. Said 100-yard dash used to be too short. They got rid of that. But I don't think I'm going to review my Machina today. I messed up when I think I got something in a plugins of some extensions or virtual instruments in East West Hollywood that I accidentally put in the shopping cart there, and it keeps popping up. I need to call them so they can show me how to delete it. But I got it. I'm gonna wait till Monday to get back on this, and I think I'm going to go in here and get my. I'm gonna start getting packed up. Usually on Saturdays and Sundays, I promise myself I'm not going to do anything but the task at hand. The task at hand. I'm going to load this real quick though. Discard. See if it'll load up something. But yeah, I want to stick to one thing at a time, and that done well. Yeah, there it is. And here's I know I can you can turn the volume down. Volume. I can turn it down because it was way too loud when I was when I did a metronome. I learned that much. I know how to turn the volume down on this thing. I'm getting my way around a little bit at a time. You know what? I think I'm going to spend 3 days on this. 3 and 3 and 3. 3 mornings at least. I do each morning. I do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with this, but then again, I'm going to get back on this Monday until I get a good little understanding of it, and then I'll get I got to make a schedule. And the dream last night was definitely telling me, I think they say you're not supposed to interpret your own dream, but it was so clear that my baggage, if I go out there, I can't take a lot of I got to throw away the old way that I was doing things, because when I was out there, things kept biting me. My old way of doing things, it kept falling apart. It fell apart several times. I can't try to mentor anybody while I'm out there. I have to give up I used to always try to help people everywhere I went. I saw somebody performing somewhere, and I would go up and tell them, give them all my 30 years experience. And so half of them wouldn't even listen. They were, it was like, why would I spend my time? I'm not going to worry about that. An intern or a student is a rare thing. But, that's just the thing that you're supposed to do. Musicians, artists, any kind of professional. If you saw somebody that was up and coming and they were lacking in their knowledge, you're supposed to give them what you know. Help them out, But I tell you, all my years of performing, I did run into one guy, Franco Facelli. He is a violinist. He's retired. I got to show you. He even sent me. He gave me my props. He He sent me he gave me my props on YouTube. You know, wrote he was someone was interviewing him, and he spent most of his time talking about me. He was on an interview and he talked about somebody else. Ain't that something? Somebody giving you somebody's interviewing you, and you're featuring someone else besides yourself. That's selflessness. And he sent me this thing. He gave me my props on YouTube. And but you know, I saw him and he walked up to me while I was playing, and he asked me, "Hey, do I need a license out there? How do you come out and play on the street?" And the story is history. I'm not going to get into it now, but here's he sent me a thing a long time ago. He even mailed it back to me. Happy New Year's. He mailed the thing back to me that how the link, I think. Oh yeah, here we go. Here it is. The unknown pianist was who real name is Carlton Moxley, is a member of what Franco considers to be the older generation of DC buskers. Franco's friend and fellow violinist Ray Kurt. Ray Kurt, he's been out there. I remember he was like doing it like 12 years before I started, because I kept telling him, "You playing in my spot." And he said, "Man, it ain't no spots. It's first come, first serve." But he had been doing 11 years before I got there, and I didn't know. And well, he was the one that introduced the street performers to the endowment for the arts and humanities here in Washington, D.C. And they set up the thing where they were playing outside of the subways, and they got paid for doing that. Everybody thought that the subways were endorsing street performers. No, that was just endowment for the arts and humanities. They did that maybe 3 years in a row, but that was set up by Ray Kirk, the violinist. He's been locked up so many times he lost count. He was Metro subway cops most wanted at one time. They used to lock him up regularly. Where he talks about him, Ray Kurt Johnson, aka the Fiddler. Yeah, someone used to call me Fiddler, even though I played the flute. He's also he also a member of, along with a trumpet player, Freddie Dunn. Franco has also fostered young children. Oh yeah, Franco. Yeah, he. I didn't know he was foster parent. And he's a teacher now. He moved away from here. He's a teacher and he does weddings and things like that now that he's getting his foothold back. But when I met him, I showed him everything I know. And 8 years later, he was shocked to see me. He told me that he had went through a time where he was sleeping in his car. And he said, if I hadn't showed him everything I known, he would have starved. He said he made a good living from the information that I showed him. And this is years later. He told you he gave me, he put my name first on this newspaper article thing. He was interviewed, you know, and he talks about blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But it's Franco Facelli, very good friend. Now that goes to show that when you take your time and try to help somebody, it does. He was 1 in a million. Him and there's another saxophone player too. I used to always give Freddie Green. He calls himself Street Genie. I think he's in North Carolina or something like that. But he's on Facebook. You can look him up, Freddie Green. And he's a saxophone player, flute. He has like the 3 saxophones, I think. Yeah, alto, soprano, and tenor. And he has a flute. And he's kind of a caveman, because he called me one day. He wanted to set up his Venmo account because he had a gig. But he was a street performer out there. When I was on the street, we were actually surviving. Only source of income was what we made as a busker, you know. And I don't know if we, you know, had any place to stay. We were roughing it back then, you know. We were surviving with what we made. And But I used to give him advice, and he used to give me. We used to share our experiences about things that happened on the street. And police were chasing us back then too, for real. People would walk past you and smile at you, and go around the corner and call the police on you. Saying, and some of them would he actually put money in there and go around the corner and call the police. He's called the police on us regularly. You know how that YouTube thing worked, but this is years ago before the cell phones were out. But I say that to say the dream that I had was the dream. In the dream, everything that I was doing, I was going on my old experience, and most of the things were falling through. All I know is that the subways were full again, and I was out there trying to go with. I know I was traveling way too heavy too. I need to figure out a rig that's really simple, least amount of wires as possible. You know that there's a keyboard. That thing was heavy though. It's a keyboard that's out. It just came out. It's a rolling keyboard. It's over $2,000. It's like 50 pounds. But the speakers on it are very good, where if I did go out there with it, I would need my I could take my little iLouds out there. I could take my little iLouds just to compliment myself. But I've seen people playing on little keyboards that you couldn't hear them until you got up on them. You know, but the thing about it is, you're not supposed to be able to hear the instrument until you get up on them. You're not supposed to be able to hear nobody a block away, because that's noise pollution, really. I mean, it should be no louder than a little bit like a loud actual piano. You know, no about as loud as a real piano would sound. I wonder how a real piano would sound outside without a mic, but just enough to compensate for the traffic and the noise outside. And when you're outside, if you don't have a wall next to you bouncing off, all that stuff should be in the book. I should put that in the book. I should put that in the book. Yeah. Gotta set aside some time for finger drumming too. I want to ask Wiz, is he familiar with the since he doesn't like the he said he can't stand the machine, and he doesn't want anything to do with that. He's an MPC old school, you know, so he's an old school guy. I wonder if he knows anything about the I think Roland has a oh, no, that's wait a minute. They do have a portable the MPC does have a portable rig. Yes, and they got one just came out. This MPC Plus. MPC. Let's go. Let's go. Let's, you know what? Let me start my screen flow here, and I can put this up. Let's go screen flow. Let me put my let me see where my screen flow at. Let me see if I can monitor. Let me monitor. Let me look at my configuration for my. It's already set up. I don't have my camera on though. Here we go. And I had this on my keyboard right here. I can move this back. Put the keyboard. Yeah, I got the keyboard from my angle right there. Yeah, like I was saying, I need to get ready. I'm going to stop what I'm doing right here, and right after this, and start packing up and getting ready for to go out. Not do anything. Usually when I'm going out to play, I usually not like to not do anything except for the task at hand, you know, so that I can save energy and just I can just get everything packed up, let the phone's right in the way. I'll put this so you can see me. I got the screen. I want to do a screen flow. Where's some screen flow? I'm going to do a screen flow while I'm doing this. Where is it? Let me open up the screen flow. Make sure it's all ready. Okay, here we go. Yeah, screen flow is ready to go. Test. Let me see. Check my audio. Test 1, 2. Oh, it's not on. Oh, should be on. Turn my speaker down. There it is. Test 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, my screen flow is on. Turn my monitors down. Turn my up a little bit more. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. And put my headphones on so I can hear myself. Test 1, 2. There we go. Stop my screen flow, and I'm going to get ready to get my day going. Get busy. Got to get ready to. I got to get ready to go out and play down the Smithsonian, and I don't want to do anything else but get ready to go out the door so I can have at least 3 hours to lay down before it's time for me to go. What time is it? 9. And I noticed my phone was wrong. The clock on my phone was wrong. But like I said, I'm gonna. I see that Wiz doesn't want anything to do with the Machina. But I was saying, if he, once I get back out and playing on the street, I have extra. Excuse me, I have extra money to indulge myself into different instruments that I would want to experiment with. One of them would be the DJ beat makers, beat production. And I'm going to look to see if the MPC is in the running here. Here's the MPC. Oh, that's the MPC. I'm looking for the portable one. Let me see. This looks like MPC 1. Oh, that's only 400. I wonder if this is the old one. MPC 1 retro. Oh, retro. It's a throwback. I know Wiz are like this. This ain't the really old one. But oh, look at that big old screen. It's retro. I wonder if this one's standalone. But let's look and see. This is Sweetwater.
Hi, my name is DJ Grips, and today we're going to talk about the MPC 1 special.
Whoa. Retro. Go ahead with your retro self. Wow, look at that big old screen. I had the original one. I even put in a zip drive where I took out the diskette. He finger drumming though, boy.
Whether you're a new producer or a seasoned veteran, you will know that the Akai MPC series has been around for a long time, dating all the way back to the MPC 60 models like the MPC 2000, 5000, 1000. You know how it is. The whole line of it. Now, they've taken the MPC 2000 retro look and applied it to the MPC 1. The Akai MPC 1 has the same features as in the other models. The only difference in this case is that it has a really cool end cap. So you still have your Q-Link sliders. You see the Chino dominated classic MPC pads, full transport controls, 7-inch touchscreen.
Now I need to ask Wiz about this. Now I wasn't even looking in the chat room. Somebody could have been sitting there. Yeah, I need to ask Wiz about this. He's an expert when it comes to this. But this looks like a throwback. But the one thing about the late MPCs that they've been making now, they don't work unless it's plugged into the computer, I think. This one looks like it may be standalone.
However you use the sampling, whether that's your pad hold, your pad tap, direct samples, all that's still included. You still have your SD card slots, analog outputs, MIDI ins and outs, and more.
SD card. See, at first it was only a diskette, and I changed mine out to zip drive. So now they got a little sound card. I need to ask him about this, but I want to do one thing at a time. As far as Wiz is going to be mentoring me into Pro Tools, showing me everything, his concept of Pro Tools. I'm running slow here. What's this? I missed out on something. I was fully going back. Yeah. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
IMPC One already comes with a really stock library of sounds you can choose from. So whether it's already improving drum kits, got your synths, and you got programs in there for you to really get into and start making moves right away. Also with the Kai MPC One, you have the ability to go into your Splice account and pull sounds and samples from your
Splice
Splice
account.
library directly into your MPC. Also included in the Kai MPC One is your bass line, your electric, and your tube synths. So that way you can add a little synth flavor to your tracks, and as well as be able to hook it up USB to the MPC software and pull from all your audio unit, VST, and other plugins. One of the
Okay.
cool things about the Akai MPC One is this is a standalone version, meaning it does not have to be tethered to a laptop. You can literally
Okay.
anywhere.
Now this is old school.
It does not have a battery pack.
That's why they call it retro.
One of the things that's made the Akai MPC brand so iconic is that it can be your centerpiece of your studio. So
Oh, I haven't even had the camera over here. I'm sorry.
samples, drum
I'm talking to myself.
all those things together to make one cohesive image really what makes the MPC.
Yeah, Wiz is an expert with this. And this is, they say you should always have an MPC in your arsenal. And the young man is gonna mentor me. He despises he's old school, so he's either going to go MPC. He said he can use both of them, but he said he
More retro friendly format. For those who are not familiar with some of the earlier versions of the MPC, you may be asking yourself, why did they pick this color for the special retro edition? Well, this is the exact color and layout
of the old one.
MPC 2000 XL, which was one of the more favorite.
I think I had that one, XL.
The best way to experience the high MPC.
I actually sold it to years ago to. I sold it to Circus Mind. I don't know if he still has it. But the MPC does different things that the Machina doesn't do, and vice versa. Some of them, the MPC is the original one with the. They even emulate that in the Native Instruments emulates this sound. So, but this is the old one, $800. I think you can get the old one for like maybe $200, less than $200. It's a vintage, but you have to deal with the headaches of the disket and the zip drive. You know, it's very limited. But this might be interesting to have this in my arsenal later on after I get the rolling with my internship at Wiz. Later on, I can get, I might have this. It'd be a luxury item. Matter of fact, this may be easier to work than this may be easier to work finger drumming. See, he's actually almost using his fingers like he's playing piano. Instead of one finger, he's using his thumb and his third finger, second finger. He's only using three fingers. I know Wiz is say he got the really new one. He got the newest one that's out. But what I was saying is that they have a. Let me go back here. What I was going to say is that if I want, hey, this is it right here. No, this is a black one. I wanted to get the stand. If I was going to get another luxury item, it would be the MPC, but it wouldn't be that one. MPC one. Let's see. Let's see if they put that one. I could be able to stroll down the bottom and get the portable. This is black. Let me go all the way down. There it is, right there. This right here. This looks like it. Yeah. No, that's just a screen. Look. I see the technique is the. Here's the one I was. That's MPC one. Oh, it looks just like the Looks just like the new one. No, they have a portable. I don't know what it's called. They have a portable MPC. Is that screen too big? They have a, I forgot what it's called. Let me go back into the drum samplers. Let me see. Here we go. MPC. See, oh, here it is. Here. Oh, that's the MPC one. MPC one. Doesn't say retro. Oh, the retro is the gray one. Here it is, right here. Professional MPC Live. Oh wow, it's $1,200. MPC Live. I'm pretty sure Wiz has this big one right here, $2,200 one. MPC X. But here, yeah, that's a new one, retro. But here's a standalone portable. Standalone portable sampler, $1,200, $1,300. And they have one, but this one has a speaker on it. You need a little power pack. Get your little power pack and go out with your headphones. You can sit out in the park and make your beats. That's definitely a luxury item. But I'm not in. I haven't even made a beat on my. I've been rearranging the beats on my Phantom, and I'm just getting into this Machina. And so I'm gonna be spending 3 days on a stretch with that. But pretty sure once I start working with Wiz, and he starts introducing me to the Pro Tools, how he does things, and I'll see how things are going to be working with that. But it's just a moving forward process. Meanwhile, I'm getting back on my piano. I played the piano yesterday. I realized, man, I'm really rusty. I don't know if weekends are going to work. I need to get back into my practice. That's for sure. I'm going to dive back into my piano with a vengeance. Here's a Machina Plus. So many things to get. You know, you can buy thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Some things just a set. Some things you buy. Some people, they say they buy things and it just sits there until they need it, just to have it, just to be able to, if they wanted to play with it, they would already have it. Instead of going to the store and buying it, they would already have it, you know, an arsenal. I think I'm going to end up with an arsenal of equipment, shelf and rack mounts of like one guy that plays the piano on YouTube. They asked him how many keyboards you have, and his answer was all of them. He's in a situation where he can buy what he needed, buy what he wanted, you know. Every time I saw him, he was always playing on a brand new piece of equipment that came out. Now he's been doing stuff on the Phantom. Yeah. But it's a learning process. But like I was saying, I want to enjoy myself. But I can easily spend another 30 years pioneering into this area, because I said I spent 30 years busking on the streets of Washington, D.C., learning all of the secrets and all of the techniques and everything. But that dream last night, I was carrying too much luggage in the dream. I was baggage. I had extra baggage, things I didn't need. It was like big old survival stuff because it was blankets in it, things that I needed for sleeping, surviving. So it's like, I guess the dream was telling me a lot of my survival methods are going to be a lot of the survival methods that I used when I was busking here in Washington, D.C. and living, surviving. I played the streets and survived on the streets at the same time. So I guess now I don't have to survive on the streets. I can just make money out there. I guess the dream was saying that because I had blankets that was lugging me down. I wasn't able to move to the next spot because of the blankets. And people were, it was, if I picked up the blankets, it would have been like a Santa Claus bag or on my back, it wouldn't have been able to fit through the gate. The dream that I had, the blankets were so big that they were a hindrance. And plus, I was losing my spot talking. I was around the corner talking when I supposed to have been setting up. And I can't leave my instrument like I used to do in the dream unless it's, if I do that, I had to take the very cheap stuff. If I do that, to be able to afford to lose what I like playing the number or making investments, you got to be able to afford to lose it. Playing the stock market or whatever, you got to be able to afford to lose something to be the stuff you invest. You got to be able to afford to lose. So I don't know. It's a whole new technique that I have to learn out there. That dream was telling me that. But I want to go ahead and start getting ready, start packing up my stuff. This is a fake book I'm going to be using out there. I got my song list. Go ahead and start. Last week I ran out of time, taking too long on the internet packing. I mean, I didn't have my breakfast when it was time to go. I went out actually almost on an empty stomach, but I came right back. I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and start eating so I can have a full stomach and I can be able to lay down for 3 hours before I go out. And I'm cutting it close already because it's, what time is it here? It's almost 10 here. That means I can do this in the next 2 hours. I should have everything packed up before. I should have everything packed up before 12 o'clock. 10, that's only 2 hours. Yeah, I can do this in 2 hours. Peace and love, peace and head grease, peace and roast beef, peace and roast grief. I want to start a subscribers fund drive, and I want to start advertising out on the street for people to follow me on YouTube. I need to make a bigger sign out there. YouTube followers. The sign is not big enough for follow me on YouTube. I just need a sign that says follow me on YouTube. Cut to chase. Mr. Piano is what it says. You can type in Carlton Moxley, it'll come up too. But if Mr. Piano is my YouTube name. Yeah. Let me check out my screen flow before I get ready to go. Screen flow, get ready to go. Yeah, I need to get back out there making some money so I can have some fun money, studio money. Plus, I don't have no foothold. I don't have a nest egg or anything. I was hoping that settlement would have came in this year, but I got to wait another year for the settlement. Stop recording. Let me see what we got here. See how this looks. I know I was moving that camera all around. Did I say stop recording or just start recording? Huh? Oh, there it is. Should be right here. Here we go. Let's see what I had. Like I said, I'm ready to stop what I'm doing and get ready for the day. I have both cameras on. I didn't have both cameras on. I only had one camera on. And I gotta smooth this in order to bring the volume up on it too. The volume way down until you smooth it, but it's a lot faster. This screen flow is a lot faster than the old one. Really fast. They really improved it. The clock on my phone. I'm still not ready to pay for it though. But like I said, I see that Wiz doesn't want anything to do with it. Yeah, I don't have the machine up. That's my phone. But I was saying, it's my phone camera. Get back out and playing on the street, I have extra. Excuse me, I have extra money to indulge. I'll throw this away and get the phone camera working that I would want to experiment with. And anyway, I'm going to be getting my breakfast together and start packing up. Don't have time to be playing with this internet live stuff. I don't know why my camera wasn't on. Camera wasn't on. It's on now. Test. Let me check it one more time. Make sure it's test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Stop and see if it's so what we got. Yeah. I don't see the camera. I don't see the. Oh, is this it? It should be 3 cameras. Screen. It's not showing again. You know what I do? I'll throw it away and open it back up. I think this got to be plugged direct in. It is plugged direct in. Configure it. Let's run through it again. Delete it and open it back up again. Here we go. I got that one. And let me use both screens. What's the other one? What's the other? Samsung? Yeah, that's the other little small. Use everything. Okay, we try it again. Hope everybody gonna have a nice Saturday. And we testing making sure I got the third camera right here on my screen flow, and let's get ready to rumble. And let's check, make sure it's working. Let's see if it's working or not. Okay. There. Where's the camera? I got it's not showing up. I think I'm not gonna worry about it now. I think because I don't have it plugged in the right spot. That's all I got is 2 screens here. 2 screens. My phone. But I don't see my other camera. Meanwhile, let me get back at the ranch. I'll see you guys. I got to go sign off. And I'm going to get ready to go down to the Smithsonian. Get my breakfast in me, and I'm on the way. I'm going to check this. I'm going to check, see if I can get this camera working while I'm eating. Finish my breakfast. Get my muffin. See y'all. Peace and love. Peace and hair grease. Peace and roast beef. Peace and roast grief. Live long and prosper. Stay safe. Peace out. Let me do a little. If I get some reverb in here. Peace and love. Peace and hair grease. Peace and roast beef. Peace and roast grief. Live long and prosper. Stay safe. Peace out. Peace out. I'm out of here. Where's the button? Where's the button? Who got the button? See ya.